Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Horizon 5 to take a look at not one but two brand new additions to the Forza series, which are this 2024 Ford Mustang and this 2023 Ford Raptor R. If we head into the pause menu and head over to the festival playlist and over to the series tab, you can see that these two brand new vehicles have been unlocked by the entire Forza community, completing asphalt races and off-road races respectively. To go and claim yours, if you go all the way over to the My Horizon tab, go on Message Center and across to Gifts, you will find the Mustang GT and the Ford Raptor R, both available to download here. Being a Mustang, it is of course equipped with a 5-litre V8 engine, this one producing 486 horsepower, or Mustang power, and 567 torques. All of which of course go through the rear wheels, which can be a lot of fun. It does, however, weigh 1 3/4 tons, which is quite substantial, but also not terribly surprising. Although it produces 26 Mustang power more than the 2018 Mustang GT, it weighs around 100 kilos more than that car, and in fact overall has a lower rating at A739 to the older car's A756. I was also slightly disappointed to find that it couldn't even manage to reach 170 miles per hour on the 2-kilometer main straight here at Petroleum Park. The new Mustang is also available in a selection of very nice manufacturer colours. We have the blue that the car is of course gifted to you in, then we have the grey, which is a little bit boring, a white, a yellow, which surprisingly actually looks rather nice, despite yellows usually being terrible in Forza, a matte black, and a red, which actually really caught my eye, so I think we're going to have to go with that. And I was rather pleasantly surprised that, unlike usually in Forza, we can customise more than just the paint colour. If we go straight over to conversion, you'll immediately notice that there's a body kit, which, yes, makes it like the Mustang GTD, although I'm not sure why that car's called the GT Diesel. But anyway, there we go, we can put that kit on it. There are also several engine swaps, a V8 diesel, if you want to make your GT Diesel actually diesel. There's a V8, a V8, a V12, and a V10. There's also an all-wheel drive conversion, of course, and turbos and superchargery options. And that's not all. There is front aero if you don't put the kit on, but it's just the Forza one. But there is also rear aero, so you can put this rather small wing on, or this one, which is like the one on the real-life GTD, so that kind of goes with the kit. There's also a wing delete and Forza Aero, but let's not worry about those, because this looks fantastic. There are also, of course, all your usual other options. I feel like if we've got this kit, we need tyre text and fatter tyres, as well as potentially some different wheels, but I won't worry about that for now. There's all your drivetrain options, platform and handling options, so if you want to, you can drop it onto race suspension. So that's all as you would expect, and then there's all of your usual engine upgrades. But I was rather pleasantly surprised by there being a full kit for this car that makes it like that Mustang GTD. There is just one more thing we need to change. Bear with me. Can you tell what it's going to say? Perfect. So then, onto the Ford Raptor R, which, as it turns out, for reasons I can't quite understand, is over 200 horsepower more powerful than the Mustang. The even bigger 5.2-litre V8 in this huge truck puts out 700 horsepower and 868 torques for some reason, which of course go through all four wheels so that you can go off-roadering. Being a huge truck though, it weighs just over a ton more than the already quite heavy Mustang, which means it has a rating of B659 here in Horizon 5. Despite being quite so heavy though, it disguised its weight fairly well. You could tell it was a big truck, but it slid around the Baja circuit incredibly well, I thought. just like the Mustang, it has a reasonable range of quite nice manufacturer colours. There's the silver that you get it in with the sort of black decals and Raptor text. There's black, which looks rather good. There's blue, there's a grey, which is sort of a bluey grey, a bright red, and a white. So I think I'm going to go for the blue on this. The obvious colours missing are, of course, the bright yellow and the matte black, but yeah, I think the blue looks rather good. And just like the Mustang, the visual customization extends further than just painting the thing, although I don't think it's quite as cool as the wide body on the Mustang. It has several off-roading front bumpers and no Forza Aero front bumpers, which is quite interesting. So yeah, all of these are rather cool different configurations of light bars. I'm going to go for the third one. And then at the back it's the same. We've got even more spotlights, if that's necessary, and a different style of spotlights and a backy rack thing. And then we've got a full-on rack with the tent and all the off-roadable bits. So I think I'm going to go for that first one because more lights is more good. Oh, and there's that as well, but that's kind of quite a generic Forza piece. There is also rear bumpers, so that we can do the same as what we put the third one on the front, so I suppose to match I should really put the third one on the back, so there's that option as well. And now it looks, well, even more suited to going around the Baja circuit. There are also some engine swaps, of course. There's a 7.2 litre V8 and a 7.4 litre V8. There's also a rear-wheel drive conversion. Can't think why you would do that to your pickup truck. And twin turbos, which bring power up to 861 horsepower, if for whatever reason 700 doesn't sound like enough to you. Apart from those, it's all kind of as you would expect. There are different tyre compounds, you can increase your tyre widths, you can also change your tyre profile so that you've got chunkier tyres for further off-road ability, so let's do that. And there are all of your usual drivetrain options, platform and handling options, and engine upgrades. I will just quickly go back here though so that we can put off-road suspension on it, which does raise it ever so slightly. And that brings an end to today's video, taking a very first look at the brand new 2024 Ford Mustang GT and 2023 Ford Raptor R here on Forza Horizon 5. Both of them have some quite cool customization, although I think the body kit and wing on the Mustang is quite a lot cooler than what we got on the Raptor even, but really good to see that there are some unique options for both vehicles. I suspect they're both too heavy to be useful for racing in open and things, for example. Potentially you could take some weight out of the Mustang, but I think it would always struggle. And there's a possibility that there might be some tunes out there for the Raptor that would be decent for cross-country, maybe. We'll have to wait and see what comes in the coming days and weeks from some of the more professional tuners in the games. But yeah, I think they're both really cool additions and have some cool visual options as well, so super happy to see both of these and to finally have them both unlocked. As ever though, do let me know your thoughts on both of these brand new cars here in Forza Horizon 5, but for today's video, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next one very soon.